Stop keeping score. That's the essence. Life's true goal. Stop. Hello. But your music is not evidence enough. I did a 10 poll on the premium banner, and I already lost my 50-50, so you know what that means. You know what that means. You know what it means. Means. It was early. I don't know how early. 3, 4.
Don't worry about danger or trouble. Leave the task to me.
6950. Also, I was so wrong on her voice for Promia. I thought it was Electra Clark. I was wrong. It's let me search her name up. It's Serval's VA. Also Daffodil's VA. So Natalie Van Sistine. If I said that wrong, apologies. But yeah, it was her who did it. Which you know, knowing that she voiced Daffodil's, like, oh wait, that actually makes a lot of sense. NTE looks different. It looks a little different. It also helps. It doesn't help. Wait, hold on. I typed in the wrong name. That's my bad. Yeah, it looks a little different. Anyway, let me see. Anyway, hi, Yum. How you doing? Whoops. Yeah. Anyway, skip. Who cares about the rest? That's all that matters. Anyway, I want to do Deadly Assault now because I have her, and that means I can do stuff.
Just tell me the target.
Be okay about it. Alright. Hopefully I have good drive discs. I have farmed it a lot, but it doesn't mean that I have... Oh, wait, man, this was good. It doesn't mean I have good stuff, per se. Ice damage bonus. Oh! Yeah, I'll take it. Doing alright, just got off Osu. How you doing? I am doing pretty good, actually. I still feel sick in the sense that every now and then, like, when I breathe, I kind of feel like there's, like, this block of mucus in my system that sometimes when I cough violently enough, it'll get it out of my system. Other times, I just coughed and my throat hurts afterwards. So, you know, it's fun. It's a fun time. But I'm doing pretty good energy-wise. So that's good. I think I'd be concerned if... I hate that feeling. Yeah, it sucks. And, oh my god, okay. I want to rant a little bit. I got sick, because one of my family members got sick. My older brother, to be specific. And, you know, if you get sick, you get sick. You can't control it, for the most part, I suppose. But he didn't announce he was sick. And he didn't really try to keep his distance. Now, would I still have gotten sick regardless? Probably. Do I feel bitter about the fact that I got sick because of the fact... Because, like, he didn't really control a lot? Yeah, I'm a little upset. I'm not gonna lie. But, is what it is. Is what it is, you know. I'm still doing okay, and I'm not dead. So, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. At least I'm not dead. That's my takeaway of the whole thing. Anyway, let me put that on. When triggering a bloom, anomaly proficiency increases. Triggers a freeze effect. Okay, I was gonna say, like, oh, maybe you could use it on someone else who has a bloom, but isn't ice. And then I was like, okay, because, like, okay, you can ignore the ice damage plus 10%. I'm hoping within the next few days, I'm just completely A-okay and just good to go. Ooh, +2. Plus none. What the fuck? What is this? Huh? What? preposterous. What the fuck is this shit? Okay, how about you? Okay, whatever, fine. Alright, well, am I at anomaly-wise now? 188. It probably would help if I leveled up. I wasn't gonna do Deadly Assault because, I saw one of the bosses and, like, yeah, that's probably not happening. I mean, I could try. See if I can make something happen. I'll claim all sadness. Try and see if I can make something happen within it, but, the Premier's initial anomaly mastery exceeds 150. Each additional point increases her anomaly proficiency by 1.5. Increases the whole squad's of bloom damage. So, freeze/disorder. When the enemy is afflicted with Vortex, or when Premiere triggers EX special attack, she gains an additional 10 corrosive chill. So the EX attack is what gives more. Vortex, which is the wind anomaly thing, also counts for it. But freeze and disorder counts as well. So you could run her with Yanagi. You could run her with Vivian. You could run her with Arya. Do I have Arya? No. So that's probably a moot argument to have. Anyway, when a squad member triggers and hits an enemy with a bloom, not an anomaly, additional 15 corrosive chill is consumed and converted to 1 point of trial by cold up to a max. Battlefield gain 2 points when the finishing move of EX hits an enemy afflicted with. It triggers a bloom once. I worry about the description. Because where is it? Suffering and anomaly. Okay, so she still triggers disorder. Okay, that's good. Good. It's not alright. But there's some characters that have that specific text based on the element. So, like, I assume they'll add more elements later, so that's a little. Also, I'm glad there's wind. Because, like, that was, like, a thought I had since day one. I don't know if I vocalized that thought, so it could sound like I'm just saying absolute bullshit. But I do remember one of the prompts said, the known elements so far are ether, electric, fire, physical, and ice. So I was like, known so far. Interesting language there. Triggers and hits an enemy with a bloom, gain 100 decibels. Oh wait, dealing 635% damage. Okay. Alright. Only one stack to be held. And sufficient. Oh shit. Right. Okay, sidetracked. Let's. How many do I need to do? 6? Electric, physical. Okay. Let's be quick about this, yeah? Yeah? Oh yeah, if you're still here, Yum. I'm assuming since you saw the rerun for Orphe, you're saving for Orphe instead of going for Cecilia. If you're still here. I'm assuming that's what you're doing.
Right on cue.
Yeah. Alright. How are you on that? Like, are you guaranteed?
Recalibrating.
Or you
Now you can. Leave it to me, Andrew.
I thought she was first half though, so
Down static.
based on that, I'm assuming that means that were she if she were first half, you'd be fine then? Is it Am I safe in assuming that? Guessing that? Educating that? Theorizing that? What other synonyms are there? I have enough for guaranteed. I still haven't been playing much. Oh, okay.
Savior's ether vision activated.
Yeah, not sure what you mean. Oh, am I right in saying that if she were first half, because you're disappointed, that you would have been fine for first half, polling wise? Because that's my assumption. I like, oh, well, that kind of sucks, but because like I can already get her is my assumption. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess with the second half being a thing, do you plan on trying for W engine?
Target locked. Down strategy.
You remind me of. It makes me sad thinking about what happened to the zombies move. Is it good? Hold on, let me pull it up. God, I have it, so I should know. It's obviously good. Beyond that, let's see. Hold on.
Would you at your command?
Okay. Gives you energy regen. 20% crit rate off the hop. Let's see. When equipper triggers an aftershock that deals fire, ignores defense. So it's mostly for personal damage and the frequency, increasing the frequency of her using her EX attack aftershock. I have a lot of attack engines, so I'm not sure if I need another. That's fair. I think this one's probably pretty good too, because she automatically triggers her EX attack, and you get crit rate as an advanced stat. So I don't think this is bad at all. Yeah, I think this one's good. Don't have it. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. I'm pretty sure they did add an exchange thing, because this was an event W engine. I think they added under potential archive. They don't have it yet. What the fuck? Okay, never mind. Fuck me, I guess. Well, they should add it at some point to the potential archive, so that's probably a good W engine to have, because it seems pretty synergistic with their kit. What's the Chameleon Golden Week? This one's pretty good as a general thing. I think this one I like more just because increasing attack for 8 seconds is nice when EX attack triggers, and that's gonna happen. Probably won't because of how good it is. One day. This was, I think, if I'm correct, this was the second event W engine in the game. So whenever they update potential archive, which I assume they'll probably update with 3.0, because they like to do that with the big patches at least. Maybe they'll add it then, and then you could do that. Actually, curiosity. How do I check this motherfucker? Because like I don't have it maxed out, right? So I don't know what it is in terms of capability. It's level 0, so there's gotta be a way to. Oh, I gotta go to the. Can I go to the engine shop here? No. God, they hate Susie. That's what I've learned today. Susie haters. God damn. To the gadget store. Gotta run the steel cushion Orphe lol. That's what was it? Nekomana's engine? I think it works, kind of, if you can get her behind them. Let's see.
The sun's shining so brightly today.
Database.
Makes it the perfect condition for shopping.
There's a filter option, right? Okay, I'm getting really sidetracked, but okay. Let's just see this. 24% crit rate. Yeah, if you can get her behind, then, like, awesome. But let's see. What's this? That's literally both of these. Why am I surprised by that? Where is it?
I have a feeling that you're lucky.
Okay. 20% crit rate. Pulling my Corrin starts to work on other... Oh, putting my Corrin's strats to work on other characters. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm gonna run this fucking build on my goat, Grace, and it's gonna work. Trust me. It's gonna work. I don't know what I'm doing. This is actually really good. Cause this, okay. You get 20% crit rate from the effect for Orpheus over Magus's Wenjin, right? The only thing you're really missing out on, really, is the energy regen. The energy regen, which is really nice, of course, but you get the crit rate, you get some extra damage. Is it as much as ignoring 15% defense? No, obviously not. But, considering this is a free Wenjin, and I assume they will put it into Potential Archive, would genuinely be good. I stopped playing after Ellen's banner, so it makes sense that I missed it. Yeah, because the game lagged for you a lot back then, right? Which is, this was, I think this Wenjin was during Miyabi's patch. I know it was during Miyabi's patch. Because I remember it's like, oh, this is good for Haramasa because it's done that new stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that tracks.
Soon. We get new stock in all the time.
Yes, we do. Anyway, I need to go back to murdering jesters. I like to kill clowns for a living. I would not do good as Batman because he does not kill clowns. He beats the fuck out of them. But he does not kill. It's his obsession. It's his thing. It's part of what makes him such an interesting character. It's just hellbent fixation on not killing people. Even though it does make victims out of that, because, you know, they're just going to go back to killing again. And the security system in Arkham is not the best. But, you know.
Down strategy. Supporting position.
Okay, so even after I got Caesar, it wasn't available. Yeah. I'm assuming you mean the Wenjin. Yeah, it wasn't. But, yep, I'm fingers crossed that 3.0, they just make that Wenjin available for the Potential Archive system. It would make sense to me, right? It's been over a year now.
Leave it to me. Recalibrating.
Was Sandy before or after Miyabi? I can't remember. She was after. It went, let me see how good I remember. It went Ellen to Jilin, into Qingyi, into... And then we got the Sons of Kaldon patch, so we got Caesar and Bernice. Followed that up with, I believe, the special episode patch with Yanagi. So it's Yanagi into Life, and then Miyabi into Haramasa, and then it was Astrid Yao into Evelyn, and then it was Sandy into Trigger, followed by Vivian into Hugo. That was in the entirety of Season 1. I think Haramasa was free that patch, right? Yes, he was. He was free. I hope that is a trend they maintain, where it's just, you know, like, okay, Void Hunter patch. Give the other S-rank agent for free. I really like that. Granted, Haramasa is not as relevant, but it was still cool. Also, like, as a character, like, I like all of the Season 1 characters,
Right on cue.
Like, there was not one I didn't genuinely dislike. So, you know, it's kind of a moot point like, oh yeah, I like this character. But, like, it's still true. I like this character. I think, his moveset was cool too, as just, like, it permanent.
Now you can.
I really like
Recalibrating.
that.
Cornered.
Armas is fun, but he is no Joe. Yeah, he's not Joe, which is unfortunate. You really have to
What you deserve.
go through some hoops to make him work for your team. There's a fucking guy who uses Ben as his main DPS and makes it work. So clearly you can make it work if you wanted to, right? Probably easier. Probably easier than making Ben work, if I had to guess. But, you know, that's just me. Ben, okay, actually in defense of Ben, he does have, like, you can just use his EX attack, whether it's with energy or not, to just counter.
Recalibrating.
And if you're really good at Ben, you just never take damage. You just counter whatever
Sounds
they throw
ready.
at you. So, you know, with that... I like to do the Caesar.
What you deserve.
Kind of feels better with Caesar. God, I'm thinking about the characters, dude. I thought they buffed more, but they didn't. Alright. Now I can upgrade
Would
to
you
Nero.
like to take a stroll on the beach with me?
Where is she? I'm blind. Hold on. There.
Understood. Leave it to me.
Yep. Alright, now I can finally do this. Okay, one thing I do like in terms of a system thing that Star Rail did was the quick level up function, because it's fine, but like it does take a bit of time. I farmed quite a bit, so I assume I have enough. If I don't have enough... Clears like that are dependent on support investment, though, which is pretty boring in my opinion. Yeah. I think that's what makes the Orphe as a character interesting, and C2, is that they both are supportive in their own right. I guess now with Cecilia, she is also included. They're all three of them are supportive, but being attack, they legitimately do good damage. The quick level thing was the main reason I ended up building Silverwolf 999. Yeah. See? It worked. They did something. Okay, but yeah, I think that's what makes it fun to build, like, Orphe and Magus and, Seed and Cecilia. They're attack characters. If you wanted to, you could make them a focal point of damage, but they are very much
Just tell me the
supportive in their own right, that they can run pretty damn well. Actually, now this makes me wonder, because, like,
Wanna hear a summer story?
who is the most involved support? Is I don't know, a lot. Okay, looking at the list, it kind of like I'd say a lot. Their main setup is EX attack, swap out, so they're pretty much the same in that regard. Now the aesthetics are different, of course. Sokaku's the most different in that you have to do 3 usually before you do it. Or Nicole. Yeah. I like that Nicole has different inputs for her EX attack. I'm assuming they'll make S Nicole next year, so looking forward to that. I am tempted to get Billy. I'm tempted. Mainly because I feel like right now, my opinion could change. But I'm not whatever external department. The Roskava for external departments. I'm not exactly sold on them as characters right now, so I'm kind of like, I think I can skip 3.0. Is how I'm feeling right now. I'd rather get Remiel or Sunbringer, of course. So those are like kind of the two like on my list for season 3. Also S. Nicole. Those are the 3 on my list. Will there be more people? Who knows? I don't know. I've never been a Billy fan, nor do I want to pull Lucia this late, so I'm not in a position to jump onto Rupture. Fair enough. I really like Billy. I like all the cutting hairs. Again, I like all the season 1 agents. Obviously, there's varying degrees of how much I like them, but I genuinely just like, they're sick. They're great. They did fantastic. Alright, Deadly Assault time. I can finally do Deadly Assault. Alright. So, for Wandering Hunter, I am going to just play my own music for that. Because I'm tired of hearing that music for the boss fight. I get that it fits on a story perspective, and that's great. But goddamn. Rena, Anby, Corin, 1.0 were the only characters I cared about. Wow, short list. Also kind of, I mean, you teach your own. Yeah. And season 1 I saw in the trailer. I liked all of them. There wasn't one I disliked. Now if we're talking about season 2, I could go on about that. I've ranted enough about Shunguang. Alright, I don't like this one, but... Alright. Inflicting a bloom. What if... Okay, alright. Rena, overall design, Ambi personality, Corin, chainsaw. I just liked all the characters in general, and I feel like a lot of their kits was like fun or fit them well. Pizza cutter. Yeah, she cuts pizza. Does she cut it well? I hope so. Like Ju Yuan, for example, is... Her character is... She is the most normal person and straight arrow of a character. But in this fucking city of zany characters... I don't know if I like using the word zany, but in this world of zany characters, that makes her very unique. Also, the, like, kinda John Wick style of combat, I like a lot. I was really tempted to pull for her at the time. I was tempted for a lot of season 1 characters, to be honest. But yeah, anyway. Here we are. I'll do this. Okay.
Would you like to take a deep breath? This was my mother's favorite style, so I like it a lot.
Wait. Okay. I'm trying to think.
Let's do
Could
something summery together. But no scary stories.
Fire ice. Because for this boss, obviously I want Anomaly. That's... But who do I want to run with Promia? Yeah, well, there was Sarah too, but I can't really count her. She was a wasted character. She was so fucking cool in season 1. Oh my god, she was like a legitimate threat that I'm like, oh fuck. She's a bad bitch. Like, she's really cool. But, and then they just dropped the ball with her. They dropped the ball so hard. Season 2 overall was very, it didn't really move the needle in terms of stuff. Then they killed her off screen. Yeah, they just killed her. And she didn't even have face animations when she died either. It was just like... So that was great. Bringer had, like... Bringer, I think, got done pretty well as a character. Can't say the same for Sarah, and that's a huge, huge shame. All right, let's see. I'm thinking.
Would you
Okay,
like to take a stroll on the beach with me?
The question is whether I bring Vivian for the first boss or the second boss. That's the main question. So I'm thinking. I think what would make sense because Promia can enhance a bloom damage as well. I do want the one pink-haired character, Ramiel, the one that looks like Alicia. That one I want for obvious reasons. I think she's voiced by Amberly Connors. She's a great VA. Yeah, she's a fantastic VA. And it's funny to know though that like her big start was or not funny, but like it's cool to know that her big start was just Android 18 and Dragon Ball Z Abridged, which I loved. Dragon Ball Z Abridged was a lot of fun to watch. There are times where I go back and rewatch it because I think a lot of it is timeless. Not all of it. I think the earliest bits of the show were a bit rough patches. At least the first episode. Like, that's not one I rewatch. But, like, everything else, ooh, SEO Abridged is a classic. I haven't really watched SEO Abridged, admittedly. I watched DBZA Abridged, Attack on Titan Abridged. They only did the one episode. And, Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. I never watched DBZ Abridged. The first episode... Some of the episodes of the first saga, season, whatever you want to call it, are a bit dated. Everything else, though, is, like, really funny or really good. I'm not going to say much more beyond that. They stopped during Afelheim, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a shame. But, if you want, like... If you want to do... if you want to just enjoy, like, watching Dragon Ball Z again, but in, like, you know, a funny way, dumb way, however you want to say it, watch DBZA. I recommend it. Whoever Takahata 101 voices, for whatever reason, they're, like, gold mines of characters. I won't say who, but yeah. I've never even watched DBZ. Fair. I'll be honest. I've never watched Dragon Ball Z either. I actually experienced the story of Dragon Ball Z through playing Dragon Ball Z Budokai on the GameCube. That's how I experienced the story. And it was, I really enjoyed it as a kid. I think it still holds up pretty well, kind of. The main thing is a lot of the soundtrack is actually just plagiarized from other famous songs, but, you know, they plagiarized it for a reason. But that's how I experienced the story. It like, condensed it pretty well. At some point, I do want to watch Dragon Ball Z Kai, or Dragon Ball Kai, whatever, where it's just the manga plot, really, that's followed, and none of the filler, because, you know, like, shonen shows back then, like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Bleach, probably One Piece back then too, etc. They were just weekly format. So if they already caught up to the manga, time for some filler. Time for a filler arc. Is the filler arc good? Rarely. Fucking, oh god, the infinite Tsukiyomi arc. God. What the fuck? And you started off with 10 of all characters? You fucking assholes. Alright, anyway. I could go on about that all day. So, this is the second one, yes? But yeah, I think there's a lot of Dragon Ball Z games out there now. Like, I imagine if you played, Dragon Ball Kakarot or whatever, I think that's probably a good way to experience the game or the story of Dragon Ball Z. Just because, A, it's condensed, and you know, B, it's made by CyberConnect 2, and they are really good when it comes to animation in particular, like the Naruto Ninja Storm games. And I've never played this game, but Ashura's Wrath, I've heard very good things about in terms of a visual perspective. I haven't watched a lot on that because I kind of was like, maybe I'll play it on my own time at some point. The Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles, like, they know animation, for sure. So, like, I think it would just, at the very least, it would be a visual treat. Anyway, I'm not listening to that song again, like the... yeah, let's just do this. Okay. Wow, this boss fight became a lot more enjoyable all of a sudden. I wonder why.
Frost rests on my blade. In pursuit.
I want to get more copies for my mains like Virginia and Sandy, but I just don't play enough anymore. There's so many bosses coming out. And deciding which ones you want to play on. Like, for me, the main reason I'm sticking around with Wuthering Waves, like, objectively, I think it is a legitimately good game. Now, I'll be completely honest, the game hasn't gripped me in the same way other games have. I think it just has a lot to do with my first impression of the game, which is, I don't know if that's a fair thing to think about when they have clearly, you know, done quite a bit to really push the envelope in terms of, you know, making engaging stories within a gacha game or whatever. But that's like outside of the Jinjo stuff. I think it's also like, I'm not a big fan of the voice performance in certain areas. I think, and again, I don't know, because like, I think Brunacita, most of it I'd say is legitimately, like, I think, man, they knocked it out of the park with the voice actors and like who they got to do the voices or whatever. Like, it feels like it fits really well. But I think there are some characters with me that I wasn't a huge fan of. I felt like, this is all just speaking from a voice perspective. The space requirement was what took me out of Lua. I always liked the game. Ah, yeah, space requirement. And it is a shame that the space management thing, where, you know, it's
under stars and moon, through frost and snow.
Oh, motherfucker.
We press on.
Okay, I do have... that's annoying. That's fucking annoying, but okay. Alright. Do I have another song that I can set up? Yeah, I probably do. Okay, let's swap it. Let's swap it then. Okay. Do this. I'll swap Yanagi for Bernice.
Want a glass? Sure. Let's go play.
And hopefully that's good. Yeah. I think it would be nice if day one Gotcha games just had that storage management system off the hop. That would be nice. Because that's one of the things that makes it really hard to play games at times. Like, for me, I have a 1 terabyte SSD, so I'm good when it comes to Gotcha games. I have other hard drives as well, but, like, in terms of, like, dedicated to that, I have 1 terabyte. And that kind of is enough, thankfully. But, like, for other people where, you know, like, you want to play other games, or, you know, you don't have a PC because fucking RAM and storage is expensive as hell right now. God damn it, I would like to get more, but, you know. Okay, song. I want to do another Dynasty Warriors song. Yeah. Thousand Suns, how about that? There's storage management, but you can't install it on mobile without like 60 gigs, and you can't play multiplayer or anything without everything downloaded. Ah, yeah. That tracks. +60, I don't remember exactly how much. Big number. Not as... Okay. This is not... Like, this is like, oh, you're better than a pile of shit. But it is better than downloading Call of Duty. 700 gigabytes. What the fuck? No, that's not it. Like, I get the 2,000 points there, but, or 5,000, but that's not enough. Oh my god, fucking, I'm not, I like Itari, don't get me wrong, but I'm not, like, Rupture is, okay, you know what? What if, because, what if I just completely ignore that? The whole setup. Because, okay, I don't know how well this will work, but I'm thinking that what I can do is this instead. Because the third one, I could just run the Shunguang team.
Let's do something summery together.
Right?
Oh, but number
so
6, I've got your back.
Instead, this.
Don't count on me for the tough missions.
That's if you install multiple games, though. Oh, it's all optimization still, but they do it on purpose. Yeah. Okay. This time. Because the sooner I finish Deadly Assault, the sooner I can hop onto NTE and do some stuff there. Alright. I'm looking forward to the Cyberpunk stuff. For Weather Wars.
Savior's recalibrating.
Down strata.
Too slow.
I think one thing I do appreciate about gacha games, on a whole, at least from all the ones that I play,
The target's exposed.
they are pretty well optimized. Like I don't have a top of the line PC or anything. It's still pretty good, I would say, but you know, I'm able to run games like Soma Zero pretty well. The main games that's a little choppy is Wuthering Waves, I'd say.
Mind the blind. My bullets are one with the wind. Right on cue.
Okay, I am over half. Ow.
You're up. Plus the advantage. Current overlay. Down strike. What you deserve.
Okay, this is so sweet. I think it helps that all of them are built for this as well.
Ether vision activate. The melody of combat. Right on cue. Focus. The target's exposed. Duel left random.
I have no idea if I can run it well, but I'd like to play Dynasty Warriors. That'd be fun. I think before that would play Dynasty Warriors. The last actual Dynasty Warriors game was Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends. Which was like technically. Better then, but did it. Oh wait, I want to finish this bit. I skipped 9 for I think obvious reasons. If anyone's aware, with the English voice acting, the open world, that didn't really make sense. The fact that they reverted everyone's moveset to be more generic. This works. I could do this. Could I run Orphe? I mean, granted, Orphe and Magus are meant for Aftershock teams, but it increases an agent's attack. The main thing is I don't trigger Aftershock and extend the state of 0 to 8. Hmm. I mean,
At your command.
okay, let's save the word
Yes,
for now.
Captain.
Do I care about an extra 40% crit damage? Hmm. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's find out. If it doesn't work out, I'll just swap to Dylan. The halfway point is a good measure in terms of that. Yeah, this is the most. At the very least, I've been able to. Well, I have enough characters.
The faithless are a blight upon this world.
I probably should have just
The line is drawn. Behind you! Light brings the dawn. A measure of steel slices the world through!
Look at the 10k before the minute and a half mark, and this was before his bonus turn, so it works well enough.
Listen carefully. The tide of fate. Sink.
Ah, I lost my ult still. That's a shame. Go, Haniel. Haniel being pseudo. Okay, yeah, this works. Ah.
My blade cuts down evil. My spirit soars in the sky. What the heavens!
Oh, I did not pay attention to the time left on the state. Whoops. I mean, I'm still good, obviously. Case in point. I need more options to support my Miyabi for anomaly stuff. Recommended attributes. Well, I don't have wind, and I'm not gonna have wind for a while.
Would you like to take a stroll on the beach with me?
So, it's a little awkward.
Wearing formal attire is also a form of training.
Just tell me the target.
Okay. Vivian?
Summer
This should...
pool or the beach?
to the boss fight. This is gonna be awkward for you, Vivian. I don't think you're gonna enjoy this. This goes against your whole mantra. Your life's purpose. But we gotta do it. The points demand it. How do I get those points? I assume it's like control skill shit. Impairing them grants that striking down while they're attacking. Yeah, shut down their control skill. Okay, wise, calm down. That part was cool. That boss fight. I think Permian just needed more to do as a character. Or more focus on her as a character. That's the big thing. It's just... We're back. I'm glad they have the control skills to go at the start of the fight, because it would be so annoying to have this control skill like halfway through, and then you're like, okay.
Face your judgment. This is the will of Krampus.
Krampus as well.
No one interrupts Lord Bacon's vacation. Not ever.
Almost 10,000 already. Yeah.
Back on your feet. Looks like I didn't bid farewell. Your tomorrow! Anything else I should know of?
Let's ride away!
Obstacle removed. This ends here. You only have one chance.
Ooh, counter.
An opening.
Sail it off my beach! Now!
Oh god, I crushed. Holy shit. Oh, thank you for me.
It's over. Face your judgment! Obstacle removed. I will carry out.
Buffing a bloom damage is so good for this. Holy shit. Makes Vivian's damage way better because of it, too.
Face your judgment!
Oh, yeah.
A gap. Farewell. My patience is limited.
Enough talk! Let's go! Such a pain.
Restrain. Break.
Alright, I'm gonna finish it like this.
Anything else I should know?
Forgot to press enter on my BRB message. Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, that's good. You're good. Oh. Wow. That's great. Good shit. Good shit. Yeah. Nice. Alright. That felt good. That felt great. Oh my god. Thank you, Maria. I'm glad I got her. Holy shit. Anyway. NTE time. What am I gonna do? It is 11:11. Hmm. I know one thing I will do is poll, because I did hit Hunter rank 30, which means I got 15 standard dice. Did I voice crack there? Maybe a little bit. But that's just because having 15 dice is so elating or whatever. I don't know why I said it like that. Like, whatever. I'm kind of done with NTE. Oh. As in, like, you grinded it out too much? Or, like, one thing I'll say, I haven't played all the story, but Takedo sucks. I can't... That episode felt more like a, how shall we call it? It felt more like the spin-off than Pawn Moonlight. I don't get why they ordered things like that. It was a choice. Clearly, but yeah. I'm still really enjoying the game. I think NT's strongest point to me right now is just the stuff you can do within the open world. Now, that will probably change once I'm kind of done in terms of whatever I do in the open world, because there's a limit to what you can do here. Obviously, it's not... The sky's the limit. But anyway, 20 pulls, let's go. At Fort Pity. Let's do it. 6. 2. Okay. That's fine, you can skip over the gold chest. I don't want it anyway. Ooh, 8 character. Ooh. What? It's fine.
Alois V. Adler. At your service.
I think you really like giving me Adlers. Oh. 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 God damn it. Oh, imagine. Yes. I hate stamina restrictions, lack of diversity in roles for characters. Most characters are DPS, only have 2 standard S ranks. I'm gonna sound like a dick, in that I can't relate with the only has 2 standard S ranks.
Are you okay? Since this is our
Lots of
first
damage.
meeting, why don't we take a photo together?
Oh, another hand. Cool. She's good. Yeah, there's not a lot of support characters. I do find it interesting, it being, like, all DPSs. A lot of DPSs, in the sense of, like, I guess it's like Zenless Zone Zero in the sense where, like, healing isn't a necessary thing, per se, but, what was I saying? Yeah, they're quite a bit dailies. Right now, I'm really enjoying it still. I think it helps that the game runs semi-well as well. Like, if it didn't, I'm not complaining. Now now I'm complaining. Why did he just give me a 6 when I entered the fucking god zone, huh? Yeah, fuck. Yeah, fucking game. What the fuck? I mean, I'm getting gold chests, which is always nice. Watch your heads. Oh, that's just for the every 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, last dice. I mean, that would be nice, but that's fine. This is just a bonus gift. Oh, it's just kites. Prayer Tree, Nakapeda, Daily Missions, Oracle House, plus other stuff I'm forgetting. Yeah, the Oracle House is basically just like with the Occupy Genshin, so... I have the standard picker, but I'm waiting to see if I get another S rank that's good for an account, so I can choose another character to fill. Yeah, I get what you mean. I was okay. I was so lucky, man. I got what? Well,
It's my duty.
Daffodil I selected, and then I got
ahead,
Bite
I'm
Song
listening.
within the first 50, I think it was, and then I got an early ass another Bite Song, and then I got an
I don't
early
do
ass
vague
Chew.
requests.
So for me, I'm doing pretty good. I think what would make me use my second selector is if I got Hathor or the other one, Fraudio. I went to Pity for my Daffodil copy, then got an early Sakiri. Ah, I heard Sakiri's really good. I can't do this survey yet because I didn't do all the story. Anyway, that's kind of the main thing I really wanted to do for NTE. I'm gonna wait until Hattori because Annalie's cool and all, but she's not.
As long as I'm watching your back, you won't have to worry about.
Who are you voiced by? Claim that. Wait. 5. How many characters do I have?
It's my duty.
5.
Greetings to you.
Interesting. Hey, 4. Let's see. Probably this in terms of an offensive aspect. I assume. A2, not bad. Cooldown for a skill, so you can set it up more often. That sounds kind of nice. Did I pull her? If you're talking about GUN, yes, I got her really early. It was from a gold chest. I was like, I just laughed. Oh man, that was great. Yeah, I pulled her. Natalie. No, I did not. No. I kind of like... I was like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I think I'll just wait for Hattori to release, and then I'll pull for her, because I'm pretty sure she's next half. Who are you voiced by, though? Brittany Lauda. I feel like I googled her recently, but I can't remember her resume or portfolio. She's good for exploration. That was the only reason I pulled her. Yeah, I heard she's good for exploration. I'm not like... I don't care. Well, exploration's fine enough that I don't care to deal with it. Or that I'm fine with it. Who does she voice that I would be familiar with? In terms of like, oh, I've heard her before. She was FF and... Oh, Chiori. Right. Right. I did Google it before. Chiori. Pretty different characters. I always forget. Gotta remember that next time. She is the best DPS, I'm pretty sure, but I'm just not a fan. Yeah, she's fine. I don't hate her. Not like, I don't feel too strongly about her. Even though she's like part of like the family. Like the people from Avon I like are Daffodil. because she's really cool. I don't even know a lot about her besides the fact that she's kind of the bodyguard for Hattori. And Adler's cool too, I guess. But Sakiri, eh. Edgar, and Nanaly's like, between Sakiri, Edgar, and Nanaly, I think I like her more than the other two. Tagido playable one. Hopefully never. I don't. He's. I. He's. Oh. I can't believe one of the episodes was literally, hey, Tagido is lying about his. About who he is, just so he can get with this other oddity chick. And then you have to play along with the lie. Have fun with that. Alright? And then you get to see how much of a piece of shit Takido is. Like, what the fuck? God. And then you meet Taco, the date, and she's like, oh, you're telling me you can't rent out a theater for just us? What? Oh, it's because of this? Okay. Oh man, if only I could get this limited edition candy. Fucking. I liked Lacrimosa until I played her story quest. I haven't played her story quest yet. Or spin-off, whatever. I want Akane. And the main reason is because she's voiced by Christina V. That is really all there is to it when it comes to her. I think I'll skip next patch for this game because I'm not, at least right now. I don't think it'll change, but I'm not interested in either Chaos or Lacrimosa. So yeah. What time is it? 11:22. Ugh. Later than I thought. I wanted to do more NTE stuff, but I'll be honest. My stomach's starting to hurt. Bond level 4? What? Okay, that part I do find cool. That their bond actually goes up, even outside of this stuff. Wait, what? Oh, never mind. What? Where did I see bond level 4 from? Obviously Daffodil, but... Anyways, it went up to 2. I thought it was 4 for a second. It wasn't a bad quest, it's just that it shows her way of thinking and personality, which was never seen before. Yeah, you learn more about the character, I can get that. I still haven't played it yet, so I'm gonna kind of... I'll withhold my own judgment until I play it myself. But, yeah. Other than the intro and the time where a team passes you and is, like, looks way cooler than you or whatever. Yeah, yeah, that. I want to play more, but I'm feeling pretty iffy right now. What can I do? That's, like, I did want to originally do one of the spin-offs, but they're like 2 hours a pop usually, right? So I don't think that would happen. Yeah, don't let my opinion affect how you enjoy the story. You know what? Because you said that, I'm going to let it affect how I enjoy the story. Yeah, yeah, I'm... There's... Okay. You know what? I'll just talk about the game. Because I feel like I can talk about the game, and it won't take as long, or shouldn't take as long, as doing a spin-off. I'll do a spin-off some other time. When I have more time. But... Okay, of what I've played so far, I've played Episode 1, and the prologue, of course. I've played Episode 2, I played Episode 3, and I've played Pawn Moonlight, and the Legendary Band's first page. Those were the things I've played story-wise, so this is going based off of that experience. I can't say anything more when it comes to the other spin-offs, Episode 4, etc., etc. I oftentimes have different opinions from a lot of people, like hating Penacony. That I'm aware of, because for me, I obviously love Penacony, so different opinions there. But anyway, going back to NTE, Episode 1 or I guess let's start with the prologue. The prologue was kind of like you got to play a Skia. I forget her name, but she was voiced by Amberly Connors. Fadia, started with an F. And Lacrimosa. I found it pretty cool that the perspective switching happened like in real time there. So, Fadia, yes, Fadia. So that part I found cool. It was more just like a okay, because I'm trying to remember how I felt. For me, it felt like, oh, this anomaly thing is neat, and what I will say while playing it, I kind of used Zenless Zone Zero, specifically Season One, as a frame of reference for comparison in terms of like the world and everything. And I will say, in terms of a visual storytelling aspect, um, the game is does better than Zenless Zone Zero in a few regards. One being that like anomalies, how generally it kind of warps the space around you and sends you into this zone that's different or what have you. And in a way that's like, oh, that's cool, or like, oh, this is kind of creepy, but still cool. So there's that, which I like a lot. I like the whole anomaly thing, and I do find it very interesting in terms of the setting and what it allows you to do in terms of playing around in the game. Like a lot of the, I guess let's call it the S rank anomalies for now, because I don't have the term off the top of my head. I guess high risk, but the ones that get you the S rank arcs, those are like experiences in and of themselves, and they're essentially just world bosses that you encounter in the game, right? Like just with any world boss, but they give so much, lots of variety. Yeah, the anomalies are cool and have lots of variety, but like the gravitas behind it, like the I guess spoilers for anyone who wants to experience the arcs, but I randomly encountered the fucking sea prisoner, the big whale, and I was like, what the fuck? This is so cool. And this was like offline. I was like, I want to stream this. This is sick. Hold on. And this was because I just wanted to, like, I wanted to go to the other island, and the GPS just happened to go through the tunnel, right? I encountered that. That was like, legitimately, that was probably the most like awesome moment for me, just because I encountered it without looking for it and it just happened. Yeah, the sea prisoner is cool. Yeah, I really, really like that. Now, yeah, so like I think for me that's my biggest like fuck yeah. Like this is the biggest positive to me with these anomalies, and kind of just the like how it kind of brings you into that moment for the most part, right? So I'm a huge fan of that. What else do I want to say? Because, like, well, let's compare this to other gacha games. Genshin Impact. You kind of just fight. Because these are just bosses that you use to ascend, right? To ascend your character. So if we're using that as the frame of reference, you know, for Genshin, you fight a Hydro Cube. You fight an Electro Cube. And, like, it allows you to do it quickly. But I think, like, the way NTE gives you that first experience with whatever fight, whether with the sea prisoner, the one with the mask, where we're like out of nowhere, Hattori just shows up and helps you. What the? That's so cool. That's so cool. All right, yeah, I think I've harped on the point enough, but like I found that really cool. I really like the one where Hattori shows up. That was yes, that was so good. That, and also just like the fact that they just straight up give you an S rank arc, which makes building characters a lot more approachable, or it lets you hit the ground running when it comes to building characters, which is really good. Which I think is part of why I don't mind too much that it's a lot of DPS characters because one, there's the Esper cycle system, which is an interesting system. I haven't really dug my teeth into it a lot yet because you need certain builds. Yeah, the free S rank arc is very nice. Yeah. And because of the S rank arc, even though it's all DPSs, it's all DPSs that you have pretty well built, like off the hop, which is really, really nice. There aren't a lot of supports at the moment, but I imagine that is something that they will rectify within future patches. Now, would it have been nice to have a bit more support options to play with element-wise? Yeah, of course it would. But I'm not that upset about it. I guess I'm fine with it for now. Now, if they keep releasing DPSs and not supports, then we'll have a problem. But for now, I think I'm fine with it at the moment. Um, anyway, another thing I really like that Esper Zero is legitimately one of the best characters you could have on a team. Period. That will change in the future, as with all gacha games and power creep and what have you. But I assume Esper Zero will get some new stuff in the future anyway, so it'll be fine. Now, what else do I want to talk about in terms of stuff? Yeah, alright, I was talking about how the prologue made me feel. So yeah, that was tied into that with the whole setting and everything. Yeah, I think the setting itself is probably one of its strongest points in terms of how they do environmental stuff and everything. Now, one thing I will say is that animation is an, let's say, interesting thing for NTE in that I think I really do appreciate. I wish it didn't take so long to get chased. Yeah, that takes a while. God. It is a fun system, the Tycoon system. I do enjoy it. I like making money. And I think it helps that the funds you spend are stuff that you'd want to get. So I do appreciate that. Now, yeah, it's gonna... God, I don't even have her yet, so yeah. It does take a while. It would be nice if it were a little quicker, especially considering one of the things for property management in the game requires you to invite 2 characters. And given that there is a limited pool at the moment in terms of characters that can be invited, one obviously being Mint, who's just given to you for that, kind of sucks to deal with. I have GUN now, so I can do something. Yeah, exactly. I have GUN now, so I can work towards it now. But still, it's I don't know. Anyway, animation. I do really like how within just the dialogue of the game that they have legitimately unique animations that fit for a scenario. I think there was only 3 or something like that happened. I forget exactly, but it was very specific counting that would only be for that situation, really, unless they kept recycling that counting scheme. I only have Mint and Nanalie that can do it. And the one you need 3? Oh, God. Well, once I get cheese, I guess I'll be fine. But, yeah. Ugh. But yeah, animation, I do like that part. I will say, they like to do experimental animation styles quite a bit. And there's this part of me that's oh, it's cool that they do that. But there's also another part of me that feels was that I don't want to use the word I don't want to use the term was that necessary, but what does that do? I guess is the thing, what does that do for it? I think some are neat with the Boom Boom's explanation, for example, during Pawn Moonlight. I like that. But I felt like there were some that was I don't know. It's a weird thing. I think the main thing is a lot of the humor is not my type of humor. Is what I'll say. It's subjective, I suppose, right? So, But it doesn't. It's not something I enjoy so much as Zenless Zone Zeros. But I will say, in terms of humor, there are moments of humor that I were like, okay, that's good. Specifically, the whole auction stuff with Otori. Tori, I'm going way out of order with this, by the way. But anyway, going back to animation before I forget about it. I think outside of the like different styles, the AI generated stuff was a little gross. They got rid of it, thankfully, but I hope that's not a habit, please. Or at least if you do it, don't make it so obvious. Anyway, ignoring that. Um, I think some of the animation can feel clunky, and the key example I can think of is specifically when Esper Zero ends up at the headquarters with that like self-driving van, and when the van like drifts into a stop. The shot is of Esper Zero face against the window like this, but it doesn't show a shot of Esper falling into the window. So it felt very I don't know. It felt what's the word I want to use here? Clunky. It felt clunky there. So like there's some bits like that that's like but for the large part I do enjoy it. I do enjoy the animation stuff. It's also okay. Actually, one more thing, animation-wise, Baitonk's ult, where he just stands there. He looks at a flower and then just stands there, and he's not even in like on center with the light. Which honestly, at this point now, I kind of love the ult animation for it because it's just so dumb. Please tell me I have enough.
Friendly fire.
God damn it! Fuck. But his ult is funny as hell because of that. Anyway, I talked about animation. I think overall animation's pretty damn good. It reminds me of Wuthering Waves and how they're really trying to make that like a thing they focus on with the visual storytelling. Like, because I think Hoyo is guilty of this a lot in the over reliance on exposition in terms of talking, right? Now, exposition can be necessary at times, of course, but you know, there's like how much do you exposit, I guess. B, how do you do it? In what way? And like how important is it that you need to hammer this home, right? I like it when they do visual storytelling, right? I can put up with slow burns, right? I have the tolerance for it, let's say. So I'm fine with it. But I can also appreciate when, you know, they try to do storytelling in a way that like, okay, let's convey it in a way like, you know, a picture's worth 1,000 words. So let's try to tell a story visually, right? Along with like maybe some dialogue, but do some visual stuff too. So I appreciate this game for doing that. I'm trying to remember if there were any exposition bits that I just were like, okay, this feels like a bit like Star Rail, I guess. I can't recall anything off the top of my head, which is, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I do appreciate this game for trying to rely more on the like visual aspect while still, you know, trying to explain stuff here and there. But like, you know, explain it in an interesting way. That's the main thing. Make it interesting to learn about this stuff. So I do appreciate that. Let's see here. What else? The Tycoon system, largely, I enjoy it. I like it's an addicting aspect of like make money. spend money to make more money, yada yada, do stuff to make money. I like that. I like the whole cafe system. So I like that. Main thing is like this is the min-maxer in me that's upset about it. I don't like how in racing, unfortunately, you were kind of stuck with just if you want to get all the stars, you have to buy a specific vehicle. You can't just save your money, buy the fastest car in the game, and just, you know, decimate all your opponents. That's not allowed. I'm a little sad about that. Yeah. But anyway, let me think. Driving. I don't have a structure to this, so this probably sounds really out of order and just chaotic and a mess and just a scramble of shit. Driving overall, I enjoy it. The drifting feels pretty fun. There is a learning curve a bit to it, for me at least, in terms of adjusting speed and everything, but it's a nice mix of like arcadey and simulation. I like that. I don't like it when it's too much in one direction. I like it when it's in a bit of a middle point. Because like obviously I want control over my vehicle, but I don't want so much control that any turn feels moot, regardless of the speed I go. Like, even though I did get upset a bit at the races, I do like the fact that if I mess up a turn, it's because I went too fast, or I didn't go wide enough on a corner, or what have you, or like I'm not used to a specific car's handling. I like that. I do enjoy that. Main thing is that I would like to be able to do donuts, which really serves no purpose gameplay wise besides the fact that donuts are just fun to do. And one that is actually just gameplay related is being able to reverse and then just 180 spin into the other direction. That is something that I always find fun to do within like racing games or whatever. Like GTA 5 lets you do that. GTA 4 lets you do that. Like, that's always a fun thing, because especially like in maybe like a more high stakes like car chase or cops thing, being able to do that when you're getting chased and you need to switch directions because I don't know, you hit a wall or something. I really like that. The jail system's pretty fun. I only been to jail once, but like I like that. There's there's a lot of things that like have so much focus on them for really no reason. Like, it's unnecessary, really, but it is fun because they do this unnecessary shit. Which kind of just makes this like I think doing stuff that makes the city feel alive. I think like that's my biggest praise for the game, in terms of that. Now, okay, I'm trying to think of what else. Gameplay's fun. It's like a blend between like Zenless Zone Zero, Wuthering Waves, a bit of a hybrid there. Main thing, I'll just talk about the story stuff now because I think that's the last thing I want to mainly talk about. And then, I'll probably hop off after that. Okay, I already talked about the prologue. I liked it for establishing the setting and making it like pretty fun to experience the whole anomaly stuff with the first anomaly with Mint and everything. So I liked that. With the fuck, what was her actual name? With Alpharad. Alphard? Whatever, Alpharad. So yeah, that was fun. Episode 1 with the photo studio, I really liked. Again, this is just ties into more of like making the place feel alive. The way they had the different groups walking, like I guess the adults of the family were walking at a slower pace, having their own conversation. But but Sakiri, Nanali, and Edgar being ahead and having their own conversation there too. It feels really cool that there's stuff like that, which again makes it feel more alive. Um, the photo studio itself, it was pretty fun overall. It it wasn't anything that drew me in per se. It was like, yeah, that works. I enjoyed the boss fight enough. It wasn't anything that really like had me at the edge of my seat per se, but I still enjoyed it. I also enjoyed the little photo session they had afterwards with the JoJo pose in particular. Um, episode 2. What the fuck was the point of that? Oh, the main thing was like, if it was designed to make you hate Tagido, they did a really good job at that, and kudos to them. But why, like, I I did not like playing along with his charade of gaslighting someone into a relationship, essentially. And then the thing which also irked me was the whole public confessions thing. Like, if you're gonna do a confession, do it privately. Don't do it publicly when there's other people watching. Now, Adler made that point with like, oh, Taco would probably enjoy it, which is probably true knowing her, but it's still a thing I'm like, ugh, I don't like it. And then Tagido made everyone have to clean up because of his stupid Imaginado mess as well. The only saving grace being that Tagido got fucked over at the end. That's the only saving grace of that entire episode. I can't believe that was an episode. It doesn't feel like it was. It should have swapped with Pawn Moonlight. Pawn Moonlight, I feel way like I liked it way more because that one let you learn more about some of the people of Avon, like Sakiri a bit, and how Edgar is able to like he's basically an encyclopedia. Nanali, I guess a bit too, yeah. And then the whole Morphix thing or Dandelion. I felt bad. Felt bad for Dandelion there when Dandelion saw the collar and got all sad. That got me a bit. Just I don't know. I'm a sucker for dog stuff, or just like pets in general. Kiromaru sucked though. I'm kind of like Kiromaru sucks. Sakiri is she kind of sucks too, if I'm being honest. Like I don't feel as attached to the A-Bone crew as much as I feel attached to this Astral Express crew, which I don't know if that's an unfair comparison or not, but that's just how I feel. Like Hattori, I already said who I liked before, but anyway, sorry. Episode 3. Again, I played this out of order. I played episode 3 then Pawn Moonlight, so I was so confused about Stereo Express. Like, when the fuck did I meet these guys? Why are they treating me like I'm an old pal when this is the first time I've met them? What the fuck? So that was jarring for sure. I would have liked it if, there was just a bit of a guideline like, hey, maybe play Pawn Moonlight before you play episode 3, huh? Now, in terms of episode 3, I really enjoyed, I think I enjoyed either Pawn Moonlight or episode 3 the most. I want to say episode 3 was really fun with looting the auction house for all of their food. That was fun. And the fact that Hattori's like, do it. You can do it. Do it. Do it, my precious. And then Hattori just sinking all of Jensen's money on these squabbles that really mean nothing at the end of the day. She just dropped 100 million fonts on each of them, and then it was like an all-out attack finish too. That was probably, for me, the funniest moment of the game too. So yeah, that was really good. Um, and then dealing with the anomalies with the heist after like Little Red Riding Hood character stole it. I think on one part, what like it was neat with the waterfall stuff and everything. I think the waterfall stuff maybe dragged on a tad, just a little bit, but I don't mind it overall. I think the main thing was just like how Haniel and the other guy started with an L, just how their behavior kind of hampered the investigation a little bit, with Nantani telling them to shut up, and then Haniel choosing to dance in the middle of a group when clearly there's an anomaly here. I don't know. Now, granted, nothing like bad happened from it. It's just like, why would he do that? Granted, it might be like oh, I'm doing this, so maybe you need to fulfill this thing so that you can solve the anomaly stuff. That's happened before, kind of, right? Like, oh, you have to turn off a video or whatever. So that could be it. But the other thing is just that, with that, learning that she's a witch of time, Tori, and why she could look at the fucking Red Riding Hood person like it was nothing. That was neat. And also, like, I think what's nice is that the title Witch of Time is just a self-explanatory term. So you don't really need to kind of guess. What's a Witch of Time, huh? You kind of see it. Now, in terms of the specifics or nitty-gritty, I'm assuming that will be explained in the future, but still pretty damn good. And then, what did it end off on? The boss fight with a, was it rank 5 class anomaly or something like that? And then, I forget the organization's name, but well, it was like, it sounded similar to the Fraxidus. So the Fraxidus are trying to get Esper Zero or Hattori to touch the thing, and there are more nefarious intentions at play. So that's that. It ends off on a note that makes you curious about the story going forward. Granted, there's a bit more story for me to play, so there's that. The legendary band's first page, I sucked at the actual drumming sections, but that's because I just suck at them. So, you know, I'm not gonna knock it for that. And then I think the neat thing was seeing Haniel and Nanalie and Esper Zero form like a band with Akane. That was neat. I think the main thing is like they kind of implied that the reason why lines broke up was because something happened with an anomaly when they were trying to probably do something similar to what Haniel and Nanalie did with play in front of an anomaly for the music, that the third member either got critically injured or died. I'm assuming died. And that's what caused them to break up. Which, I do find it cool. I do appreciate that the game lets you figure it out yourself. It's like, you can figure it out. You don't need us to tell you. So that part's neat. I would like to see more about Akane and Aurelia's relationship. So I think that's the thing I'd like to see, would have liked to see more of specifically within that. But overall, I did find it pretty enjoyable. But I think, let's see, I think the top two in no particular order are Pawn Moonlight and episode 3. Bottom is episode 2, and then in between that is whatever, I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Sorry that all I did was just do a 20 pull and talk about NTE a lot. So I think it's going on maintenance tomorrow from 5 to 10 p.m. So rip. But anyway, that's it. I'm going to hop off. Probably will do pulls for pulls for Tori when she releases, and beyond that I'll probably do either Persona stuff or I don't know. Anyway, I really need to go, so goodbye. Sorry, next time I'll actually do something spin-off related or something for NTE, because I do feel bad about that.